Hey everybody, West Coast Wanderlust coming at you from my hometown of Seattle, Washington. And I'm down here at the Don Armeni boat launch. And as you can see, the city skyline behind me is very, very pretty. And it's a beautiful March Friday morning. And it's getting some sunshine and some exercise in this morning. And thought I would come down here and share this lovely view with you. So as you can see, it's nice and sunny, and I know Seattle has a very bad reputation of people always think that it rains here constantly, and the truth of the matter is it actually rains more in Portland than it does here in Seattle. So Seattle has what the meteorologists call a rain shadow. So we are basically directly to the west of the Olympic Mountains, and what that does is when the rain and everything comes off of the Pacific Ocean, it'll hit the mountains instead of the city. So we have a lot of overcast days for sure, and then sometimes, you know, even in the winter time, it's pretty dark and it gets really gloomy, and a lot of people that aren't from here have trouble kind of adjusting to that. And you know, I've been here my entire life and I have trouble adjusting to that sometimes as well, but you know, for the most part, Seattle is very, very pretty, especially in the summer. So if you're thinking about coming to Seattle, be sure to come here in July or August. That's when you're going to have the highest chances of having great weather. So it'll look exactly like this, except for instead of being 42 degrees, it'll be 70 or 82 degrees. Another thing that people often hear about Seattle, that I've heard it a few times, and I mean, because I'm from here, I don't really, I guess it's true, whatever. So it's called the Seattle Freeze, and that's where people who are transplants will be moving up here from like California or, you know, wherever, and they say that people up here aren't very friendly. And I guess my thoughts on that were, it's kind of true. Like, I find it very hard to make friends. I'm very introverted. I don't put myself out there. If people start talking to me, I think that they're kind of weirdos. Like, you know, what's their ulterior motive? Why are they talking to me? Case in point is my friend Steven. We both met each other when we were working, and we shared a desk pod area. So there's 4 desks, and he was right next to mine. And he decided from day one that we were going to be best friends. I'm like, okay, whatever, weirdo. And look, here we are, you know, 3 or 4 years later, you know, we are best friends. So I don't know. He was pretty persistent, I guess, but you know, I kept thinking in the back of my head, like, what does this guy want? Like, I don't understand, like, why me? Like, I don't know. So yeah, the Seattle Freeze is definitely a real thing, and I think a lot of it is because of people that are transplants. They're coming here and things are changing as a direct result of the transplants. One of the big things that we have here is a big tech industry. So we have a lot of people coming up from California that, you know, they're driving up the home prices. You know, my little neighborhood has changed drastically because of it. You know, the housing market is crazy up here. You can't really tell now, it doesn't really look like it, but Seattle actually has the most number of, actually I'll show you right here, building cranes. There are projects around the world waiting for Seattle to finish up their building projects because we have such a monopoly on them right now, because the growth is just booming. So yeah, all these people that are coming in here and changing things, just like us Seattleites that have been here our entire life, you know, it's been a very fast change and it hasn't been very transitional, so that's been jarring. And as a result, you know, we don't like outsiders, we don't want, you know, new people. We just kind of want things to settle down a little bit and you know, just like let us get acclimated to it a little, and that's not going to happen anytime soon. So there's a little bit of bitterness and maybe a little anger towards outsiders. So if you come here, don't let that deter you too much. Just understand where it's coming from, and it's nothing against you personally. It's just the system and, you know, everything that's coming along with it, like the whole kit and caboodle, I guess. So those are my thoughts on Seattle. I definitely think you should come visit. It's beautiful, lovely, lovely city. There's so much to do here. You know, things that you've seen on TV, I'm sure, like the Fremont Troll and, you know, Gasworks Park. Obviously the Space Needle, that's our big draw here. Even though I think the view from the Columbia Tower, that one there, is way better and it's cheaper. Well, it was when I went up there anyways. But see, I don't know, you guys can tell, so the Space Needle, they are doing some construction on there to the observation deck to put in a glass floor, which is nuts because it's about 525 feet or 575 feet, something like that, feet up from the ground. So I don't think I would go up. I mean, I would definitely go up there. I don't have like that crazy fear of heights, but yeah, it's gonna be kind of interesting. Like, I wouldn't be up there in a storm, that's for sure. All right, well, I gotta continue my walk. I started my walk this morning at the Alki Point Lighthouse, and I walked here to the Don Armeni boat launch, and that's about a 2.5 mile walk one way. So I've got to do that on the way back, and I think I'm gonna hit the donut shop as well. Top Pot Donuts. Go there if you come visit Seattle. They're delicious. Or if you're in Dallas, I think there's one in Dallas now. But one last look around. All right, catch you guys later.